Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Checking in. Frank Needed back live and in effect with another one out you hear me? So, I've been peeping out the emails and stuff like that. Hey, I'm gonna try to start getting as much videos out as possible. I'm peeping a whole lot of, hey, bro, what's up with the settlements? What's going on? Should I be a company driver first? Do I need to go lease a truck? Do I need to jump straight into being an owner operator? Bro, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Let's break this down. Let's break it down. Be an owner operator is not what you thinking. Never rush this process. Going to being a company driver. Once you become a company driver, try to consume all the information possible. And if you want to become wealthy, rich, or whatever like that, put yourself in that room with them wealthy, rich people. Some people gonna throw you numbers out there. Some people gonna lie. They gonna give you the whole rundown out here. But it's not always what it seems. It's not. And if you've been watching me, I've been giving my journey from beginning to now. The good, the bad, the ugly. You can't go through none of my videos and say, hey, bro, capped on this. He didn't do that. I got proof, receipts, all in the videos. I'm not one of them drivers that's gonna lie about a company I ain't never been to or I don't went to, and I say I liked it and I really didn't like it. Or you gonna even see in some of the videos, hey, it's some BS you gotta deal with, but it's worth dealing with it, you know. So with these companies, it's gonna be a few of them things where it's like, hey man, I'm not rocking with it and I'm not about to put up with it. That's fine and dandy. But I always say initially, when you're jumping into this trucking industry, it's more than sitting behind this wheel. I wish I would have took a lot of my steps that I took the past 3-4 years back in the beginning. But you don't know to do something if you don't have the knowledge on it. Jump into being a company driver. Understand how to operate your equipment. I don't have nothing against automatic trucks, but I wouldn't recommend you get an automatic restriction. I think you gain more knowledge when you're actually shifting the gears and you actually have more control over your truck or your equipment. Yes, I am in an automatic truck, but I was driving manuals. I've been driving going on 12 years. So I don't mind it, to each his own, but I prefer a manual truck. The reason why I say go be a company driver, jump into being a company driver, what you're gonna learn is how to operate your equipment, how dispatch work. You're gonna learn the highways, also the US highways, not just the interstate. Pay attention to your road signs and everything else. You're gonna learn all these basics, and this pre-trip is gonna keep coming time after time after time. Like, you are basically learning the basics. A lot of people, we don't have bad experiences when it comes down to these lease programs. It's hard to find a decent lease purchase program. It's extremely hard. And you got some people, they can go lease a truck and they've been with their company. They understand how it works. They know people in the office. They can maneuver. They can tell you, yeah, bro, it's nothing to make money over here. But they're not going to tell you what they do to make that money. So just because somebody experience work out, don't mean it's going to work out for you. On the other hand, when you lease purchasing a truck, you are learning how to be an owner operator with a helping hand. See it like that. You are learning how to be an owner operator with a helping hand. So what I mean by that, if you lease purchasing a truck from a company, they got apps that show you where the best fuel is. You also got a dispatcher, fleet manager that's booking your loads. They might offer you a couple of them or whatever like that. Truck breakdown, you got a maintenance escrow account. It's an umbrella that you have. When you jump into being an owner operator, the thing that a lot of drivers ain't gonna say, they not gonna tell you up front. Being an owner operator is fun, it is. But at the same time, being an owner operator is scary and it's beyond stressful. Some of you guys come from being company drivers to lease, and you never been an owner operator. They don't run you the way they want you to run, and this, that, and the third. Honestly, if you gave 100% to that company while you was training, you was learning, you was doing all of that, right? When you go and get in your own truck, you can't slack off and say, hey, I got the freedom to go home. That's not how this works. No, if you with a company that say, all right, we send you through the house for your 34, but you going home with a load, that's completely different. Or if you even have the option to tell them, hey man, I want to stay out this weekend, I need some more revenue, let's keep it pushing. All right, even better. But as an owner operator, and you get out here and you think that you just gonna run and yeah bro, I'm going home Wednesday, I ain't gotta make that much. You gave somebody else 110% of everything you had for the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And you came down to your own business and you say, I'm gonna give myself 30%. It's ass backwards. You made somebody else millions, but you can't even save $5,000, $10,000 on your end. This not about going home. It's about staking your money and investing. If you think that you about to sit behind the wheel and you can say, oh yeah, I take home $4,000, $5,000 a week, but you're not investing it into nothing, you're going nowhere. If you just got your money sitting, you're going nowhere. You have to put that money somewhere. And this is just me being honest. Some people might have their own shit where they like, hey bro, I do this, staking money easy, doing this. Hey, fine and dandy. I'm telling you based off of experience. You stack $30,000, your engine blow out, guess what? That $30,000 gone. You got to put it somewhere, create a residual. So when that engine go out, yeah, I can go ahead and use the interest off of the residual I've been making and dump it back into my truck. Simple, plain. Just that easy. The dispute back and forth about, or I can lease a truck, or I can go buy a truck. Lease purchase on operator. Let's talk about it. I go lease purchase a truck. I get paid $1,500 to $2,000 a week. I own a truck. I can get paid $4,000 to $5,000 a week. The difference is, I take home less money when I go over here and I go lease a truck, but I got a truck payment. They taking out insurance, escrow, taxes, all these other deductions. They gonna take out what? $2,000, $2,500 plus the fuel. As an operator, you take home $4,000, $5,000 a week. Now, if you take out $2,000, $3,000, well, let's just say this: if you take out $2,500, the same way this company did, y'all taking home the same thing. Especially when you got to pay insurance, you got to pay taxes, you got to worry about, you know, the IFTAs, the permits, the this, the that. You're paying the same thing as an owner operator. They just giving it to you so that you can go and handle your business on your own in order to keep pushing. Now, the downfall is if you leasing a truck from a company and they tell you, yeah, bro, you can't see that truck nowhere until you complete it over here. All right, cool, that's understandable. But how long can you stay in that company? No, I heard a lot of stories and I've experienced it get to a point where your truck almost paid off, and guess what they start doing? Nitpicking with you. They start drying out the lease drivers and worry about the company drivers and doing this and doing it. Don't nobody want 100% deal with it. Other hand, you got owner operators like, hey, as soon as y'all dry out, I'm going to this company. I'm putting down the step deck, the flatbed, and I'm going to go pull a drive in. As soon as it pick back up, I'm gonna go back over here and it's the freedom, but then again, it's like, is it really winning at the end of the day? Because even though you might be out here leasing a truck, they gonna have that escrow set up and they gonna work with you more because you got that escrow and you leasing one of their trucks. Versus an owner operator, they help you a little bit, but they know, bro, you just made $4,000, $5,000 last week. where that money at. So they not just digging into a purse and, hey bro, here you go. It's not happening like that. All right, cool. You got this bill, we're gonna help you all with that. But guess what? When your settlement come back around and you got enough to cover it, they're gonna go ahead and take that out. If you building an escrow with them, they're gonna go ahead and take that out your escrow. So you basically coming out on a, it's either you're gonna be with a company and for 2-3 years and rock it out and have that umbrella, like, you know, that safety net, or you're gonna go be an owner operator and take the hits as they come. I'm not gonna hold you. Every day I pray, Lord, please don't let this engine light come on. Checking coldly. When I tell you I ain't did this many pre-trips, thorough, all under the truck, dirty before I even start the first, like, it's extremely thorough pre-trips, because you don't want nothing going wrong. And even though anything can happen 2 miles up the road, as long as I don't see it before I pull off, that's just me. Frank, what are we talking about as far as investing your bread? Okay, we're gonna go here with it. I get the emails, Frank, what to invest in, Frank, what to invest. First of all, I'm not at a computer. I'm not the richest man on the planet. I'm none of that. Just a black dude with a little bit of money that know how to move around a little bit. That's it. I'm not no guru or nothing like that. I know just how to twinkle a couple things and finesse the, yeah, and I can move around. I saw the email, bro, they gonna end up getting you for taxes. One thing about it is, when you know how to work that system through the trust funds, bro, it's so many non-profit organizations out here where it don't void the taxes, but it minimizes the taxes that you do have to pay. To each his own, S Corp, C Corp, however you want to go about this situation. Line it up properly, understand the assignment, and execute the assignment. Frank, what about the finesse scheme you was talking? It's 100% not a finesse scheme. Now just think about it. If you taking a LLC and the EIN without a personal guarantor, and you going out here applying for grants and loans, and you grab a loan, and then you go bankrupt up on the LLC, then who's the personal guarantor? If you read between the lines, then you just caught what I just said. So you like, bro, that's illegal, that's illegal. Well, I sit in a room of people that know exactly what I'm talking about because they taught me how to do it. And free money is technically free money. Some of y'all be so caught up in, oh, the government and oh, this, and bro, you can't do that. Bro, y'all are modern day slaves. If I go and cash out on $1.2 million in loans, and I still keep this regular shit right here, and I'm still operating money, do you think I give a fuck about what happens after that? And I just retired? Exactly. Read between the lines. They're gonna give you 5 to 10 years if anything come back over $1 million. Who gives a who cares? But I'm not telling you to do that. If you have a EIN LLC and you go and apply for loans, and let's just say, for instance, these people give you $250,000. Your business ain't doing nothing. You can't jump off the ground. You don't even have a personal guarantor, and you put nothing under your name. I just went bankrupt. Or I'm upside down 3 years. With this trucking industry, you could be upside down for 3 years. Where am I losing it? Well, if the government does this and then taxes, bruh, cut the shit. You know how many of them people, yeah, them elites, they don't go by the book. But you worried about the book. That's why you still in the same position. Frank, what am I supposed to do? What do rich people do every day? On the real, what they do every day? You know what? This is a better question. What do poor people do every day? I give you a quick second to even think about it. What poor people do every day? They consume. So you're saying, Frank, what do I invest in? Like, what do I go into? What do I need to put my money in? Don't ask me, bro. You gotta ask the everyday question. What poor people do? They consume. Every day, people is on their phone looking up the most retarded shit in the world. What do rich people do? They create. You don't have to have money to create nothing. You just need the resources to create it. That's a fact. What I mean by that, you think people out here just being millionaires just because? No, they not. How many of them white collar dudes you see walk around here that say, hey, yeah, I came from nothing. I started a business and I did this and I did that. Guess what though? You know how many of them people living off of grants? They didn't have the money. They found them a grant writer. They understood what the AI system was before they even introduced it to everybody. Remind you, bro, certain people get information before we do. So instead of you scrolling on TikTok and YouTube and all that, you need to be checking out what is these people investing in? Why is so many stock apps? Why is so many day trading apps? Why is there so many, different prize picks and this and that? All these different things coming out to make money on your phone. Because poor people is going to keep consuming it. We rather gamble the money versus investing into a non-profit. We'll gamble before we invest into a non-profit. So bet. This was on a Wednesday when I was having this conversation with a driver. And he was like, it's a normal Wednesday. Yeah, it's a Wednesday to you. Wednesday. Winsday. Wednesday. Every day is a Wednesday. If we not talking, if we not thinking on how to put another $100,000 in the pocket, bro, we don't have nothing to communicate about at all. Because we're not going to talk about nobody else. You know my saying, dick riding is not a means of transportation over here. We don't do that. One dude, bro, you a gangster, gang. Yeah, gang. Going after new goals each and every day. Put out the positivity and get the positivity back. The slightest things I be talking about, you gotta go and pay somebody to even say any of these words. So how I ended up starting my journey, I kept seeing this number 222. I didn't know what that means. We're not about to jump into the spiritual reality of any of this. But I did 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. What the goals is lined up. How can my 2 weeks pay for the 2 months? How can that 2 months pay for the 2 years? And that's how I aligned my investments. Plain and simple. Once again, I'm not no guru behind this. You gotta sit on and think. And honestly, these days, you don't even have to think about it. Because if you know rich people gonna go create something, and you got poor people that's gonna sit back and consume it, what can I possibly come up with to be a residual that everybody need? I got an idea. Duh, dick. ChatGPT tell you everything. You want a digital residual that you don't have to worry about? Ask ChatGPT about it. You know, AI told me that FM do not mean a radio station. That's what ChatGPT told me. FM do not mean a radio station. Forever money. Because that's what everything revolves around. Money. We want to look like we got it, but we rocking Dior while sleeping on the floor. That's not how you're supposed to do this. And that's how our mentality, and we've been programmed and we follow it. You got people that constantly jump on these platforms like they know everything and there's only one way to skin a cat. And it's not. It's not. Multi-trillionaires, what you think they really did? They sat back and said, what is an industry that we can run for eternity and make trillions of dollars off of it? And we can create diseases and we can do this and medicines and that. Bro, let's start a hospital. Now we got a hospital that's branched off a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Something that'll never die. It's dead simple. Think about it. You think women go out here and they pay for makeup, right? That's what we think. No, that's not the purpose. Women go out here and pay for beauty, confidence, the look, the attention. When they put that on, the appearance, that's what they paying for. So when they go out here and they putting all this stuff on, they paying for something else. It's not just to the naked eye. It's the business strategy behind it. Us fellas, we go out here, what we do? We go get a line up, we get a haircut. Guess what we paying for? The results, the confidence. Yeah, that extra feeling. Bitch, I'm outside with it. Like, that's what we paying. That's what we paying for. Point blank period. Point blank period. So when we are trying to talk about alignments and the prices, company driver, lease operator, owner operator, the money and investments and what to look for, I just put it all in one. Figure out your digital residual. You got people out here that ChatGPT will tell you pretty much everything I'm telling you right now. And partial of this is my experience, where it'll break down everything that you need to know, how to get into it, how much money you need to put down, what type of APR certain banks running. It's gonna tell you everything you need to know. I'm new to the whole ChatGPT thing, but even when investing into laundromats, I've spent too much money because of the programs that's allowing you to purchase these units. Even when it comes down to housing, some people, y'all know people on Section 8. Do you not know that they got more than just paying your rent, utilities, and then giving you caps and all that? They got programs to where they will purchase you a house. You don't have to be in the projects, but they not gonna tell you that, because guess what? You know that fine book that they give you once you go up there to that welfare office and you start signing shit? They gonna skip all the pages talking about that, and they gonna show you what you came in up for. If you all check your credit down to 500 on the score, DV Homes, if whatever your credit is, they gonna look at your credit. Yeah, you qualify this amount. Look for your house or we can find you some. They gonna send you all the listing. All right, cool. I like that one. How much money you got to put down? I got $3,000. Send it. Simple. Take that crib. Now they got another program called NACA. Look up NACA. All right, cool. You got this right here. Bet. We don't even want no closing costs. You qualify for $350,000. Now you don't rent it out the first spot, and your first spot is paying for the one you actually live in. All right, cool. I don't want to do that no more. Now we about to rent out the rooms to an Airbnb. We gonna do it up. Cool. Now you talking about what? $300-$400 a night. All right, bet. You got 2 families in there. Then you done snatch something off a Turo. You don't put it over there. Now you done added an extra $300. Easy work. The duplex down the street is closed down. It's vacant, been vacant. $20,000 off of the second property. Go ahead and remodel that one, and rent that one out. Now you got 2 units being rented out on one lot, and they're right up. It's that little residual. Now you get to flex a little bit. No, you don't. No, you don't. All red counts. Boom. Now you getting you some residual off there. You getting the interest back. Now you run around. Now we moving with something. It's not hard to go out here and put your hands on it. Go put your hands on it. That's all you got to do. You out here watching Twitter. Hey, bro, jacking your dick ain't gonna get you no money. Sorry. It's too much money out here to be focused on the wrong shit. Jumping in and all the comment sections, bro. This and that. This person said that. Bro, it's too much. It's too much money out here, bro. Bro, why you post your settlements and why you do this and why? Hey, bro, because don't nobody care about this shit. This a passion. Love doing it. Enjoy doing it. You're running the family. Don't worry about the rest. So, I shot my information over to another guy. He was like, man, bro, I've been over here, man. I only took home like $20,000. All this stuff. Like, what would you do? So I broke it down to him. I've been over here at Bluff for 2 months. I grossed $40,000. I took home $26,000. So that means $14,000 of that went into deductions. So if I took home 26, guess what? Yeah, it's flip time. They mean you go and get you a half a brick. No, I'm bullshit. What you do is you take your little bread and you find you something that's gonna be a residual you do not have to touch. Frank, what is it? Once again, ChatGPT. They gonna tell you everything you need to know. What can I possibly invest in? They gonna tell you. What's one of the biggest things ever? Marketing. Everybody need marketing. Frank, what is it? I got a video. I done dropped plenty of links before. What else could I possibly do? Hey, bro, start up a little rental car company. How much money I need for that? Open a new LLC, EIN, hit Bank of America. Boom. Just like that. They gonna smack it to you. Hey, bro, how I go get a house? Divvy, NACA. If you want to go out there with Navy Federal, hey, bro, you gonna have to put that bread down. Credit got to be amazing. Them people, I don't know what the hell is up with Navy Federal, but they gonna do what they want to do when they want to do it. I'm gonna just put it out there like that. If you want to do the laundromats, Truist, amazing bank. When it comes down to just putting money into high yields, I wouldn't really rock with the 401ks too much, but I do rock out with the IRA accounts. Hey, bro, I could put off how to keep more money in the pocket and not worry about their taxes, cause I go upside down with the whole situation. But always remember, stop consuming and start creating. The more that you can create, the more that you can elevate. The more you can create, the more you can elevate. A billionaire once said, if I gave a billion people $1, how much would I have left? Stop consuming. If you want to touch somebody's pockets and you want to turn the world around and you want to do all this, bruh, stop consuming. Start creating. Bottom line, that's what they did. Open up factories, now you paying for water. Now we paying for air. Paying for fuel that's man-made. Buying plastic houses and full of vinyl. Ain't nothing really brick no more. Then they want to say it's $500,000 on 1,400 square feet. Man, get the fuck. There's plenty of ways to do stuff. I know sometimes you could just listen to me and be like, bro, dude don't know this and that and all that. sometimes it ain't about the appearance, bro. The message can come from anybody, but always remember when you out here, bro, put yourself first. Consume as much knowledge as possible. Don't let nobody stop you at nothing that you're doing. The only person that can stop you is you. And when you feel like you can be stopped, bro, you are just as weak as a leaf falling off of a branch. You gotta remember, you can't be stopped. You gotta manifest everything into fruition. You have to. If you already thought about it, bro, it can come. Bro, you just gotta make it 3D. It's not hard. Reach out there and touch whatever you need to touch. Whatever you need to touch. You know, and sometimes we worried about people coming and going. People gonna always come and go. And you're gonna run into these different paths and these different entities, bro. That if you run into somebody and y'all build something together, and then that person starts to split off, it's not always a bad thing. Don't think that. Y'all came together, created a business together, and made money. Now it's time, and when that person move on, that's your elevation period. You don't have to be out here falling out with people behind no money, behind no stupid shit, behind none of that. A lot of these drivers is gonna tell you, bro, which way to go. Go in your own direction. Pray on it. Whatever you feel, go with your gut. What somebody else doing ain't gonna work for you just because it's working for them. If you decide to jump over there, take your own path, bro. Take your own path. You don't have to be out here dragging on no coattails. Simple as that. Put out that positive energy. You'll get it back for sure, for sure. But if you don't made it this far, please like, share, subscribe, comment. All the good shenanigans. Catch you with you on the next one. Yeah.